Yo, 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 what's going on? This is your boy Rock, aka Cliff, and welcome to Just My Point of View podcast. So today, check this out. It's a lot going on in the ATL, man. A lot of people ain't really talking about. And me being a guy that grew up on the west side, southwest Atlanta, graduating from Washington High School, I'm starting to see that they're planning on closing a lot of schools in certain areas. And it's up to us really to try to figure out what need to be done because I'm just not believing everything that I see on the news. You get what I'm saying? Um, so from my perspective, my point of view is a lot of bull. The reasons behind them wanting to close these schools down. For those of y'all who haven't seen what's going on, I'm gonna go ahead and play some of this um, for you guys, and I want to get your comment and know what you think. All right, let's go.
Decision looming that could impact hundreds of families. Atlanta Public Schools leaders weighing the possibility of closing or repurposing some schools. The district says it has to do with enrollment in aging buildings.
Atlanta News First Sarah Hammond is live at Atlanta Public Schools. So, Sarah, they're looking for community input here.
The district has a number of public meetings scheduled. One of those virtual meetings happening tonight so parents can weigh in on the future of their children's education. Now, Atlanta Public Schools says they need to look at overcrowded schools, underutilized campuses, and aging facilities through their long-range facilities plan. The average age of their buildings here is close to 60 years old. Now, one of the people in charge of helping them make this plan says while APS is budgeted for 70,000 students, they're only filling out about 50,000 seats. So they're looking at some possible closures or repurposing some buildings. And
I don't understand. I don't believe. I believe that's some bull. But let me go
during a
ahead.
previous meeting, Superintendent Dr. Brian Johnson says he knows the possibility of changing where children go to school is not an easy conversation to have.
I really want to be clear that nothing is decided. This is a very difficult, frankly, conversation. Not one, I'll be abundantly clear, not one I want to have, but one that we responsibly have to have.
Yeah.
Now, there are two virtual meetings today and two more.
Keep in mind, this is like some days, weeks, maybe ago. So
Tomorrow, each one is based on a different region. There's also an in-person meeting specifically about overutilized high schools on Wednesday at Midtown High School. And over the summer, the district says they've already received about 3,700 online survey responses. The district says they hope to have a proposal done by November so the school board can vote in December. Live at Atlanta Public Schools, Sarah Hammond for Atlanta News First.
Decision looming that
okay, so with that being said, I want to show you guys something real quick. All right. All right, we're going to look at this. Give me 1 second. I'm going to share this. Stop sharing that. Okay. So, put this over here so you guys can see it. These are the schools that we're actually looking at. No, they didn't really say any names on there at first, but Bunch Middle School. Sound familiar? Southwest Atlanta Christian Academy, Covington Road. Fickett Elementary School, Ben Hill. Reach Center, the Rec Center, Williams Walker Recreation Center off Fairburn Road, Deerwood Elementary School, the Adams Park Library, Beecher Hill Elementary, Continental County Elementary School, Cascade Elementary School, Darrow High School, Adams Park Recreation Center, Believers Bible Christian Church, St. Mark A&M Church, Junction 28 at Campbellton Road. Also the Metropolitan Library and Sylvan Hills Middle. It's kind of crazy, huh? But I mean, at this point, we have to stand up and fight for our schools because our kids need education. I'm not feeling what they're saying as far as kids are not showing up or this and that and the other. What about the kids that are showing up? But that being said, I want to bring a friend of mine, alumni from Washington High, um, that have her feet to the ground, boots to the ground, and she's making a difference already. She's a council at high school, Chapel Hill High School, and she's also, well, let me bring her up and let you guys talk with her. This is my friend, Patreese Hutcherson.
Hey, Cliff.
Hey, what's going on? How are you?
So the list that you were showing are actually polling locations, but some
Oh,
of the schools that you did call, they
mhm,
are suggesting or hinting that they will be closed, like Continental Colony Elementary, where my
mhm.
son went to school, and Sylvan
Okay.
Hills. Um,
Okay.
you
And I
know,
heard Washington is one of them as well.
Washington is on the list. It's a haphazard list. Um,
Mm,
and it's very frustrating because I predicted this 10 years ago when I first started running. This would be my third time on the ballot, that they would
mhm,
close schools, and now they're doing it on a massive scale in a short amount of time. Like this plan rolled out in August,
mhm. And you
and they
say
want us
you
to be able to have input, but what is the rush? Like, why are we in this hurry in this short amount of time? It's not a well thought out, transparent plan like they're trying to project.
right. So for those of y'all who don't know, first of all, I want to let everybody know who you are and what you represent. So for those who don't know, where are you from and where did you go to school at?
Well,
But I
of
want
course, I
you
went to school with you at
right.
Washington, where I
45,
still, yeah, 45 White
45
House
White
Drive,
House
baby,
Drive. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Southwest Atlanta. There we go.
That part. Mm-hmm.
So West End area, I was raised. I went to M. Agnes Jones Elementary School, and at
Mm-hmm.
that time, the elementary school was K through 7, and then Washington, because I went there in 8th grade. I was a sub
Right,
freshman.
right.
It was 8 through 12. So I went to I
Mm-hmm.
went from M. Agnes Jones to Washington High School, where we graduated in 1995.
Yep, yep.
And then I headed on to Morris Brown, got my bachelor's from Morris Brown College. I was in the band there maybe one semester. I was like, at that point, I couldn't do it anymore. Band, I loved band when we were in it at Washington. Mr. Ward, God bless him. He
Shout
poured
out
it to us.
Chief. Mm-hmm.
But
It taught us a lot of discipline.
yes,
We got a chance to see a lot. We went out of town a lot, played, in colleges and just different stuff, man, and learning how to how to make music, and just it was a great experience. I enjoyed it.
I think I loved band at Washington, and even my closest friends right now are band, like all of us were band members. So,
Shout out
we
to the
just
Wild High Band, the Marching 100, man. Shout out to everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? People
the
used to
old
come
and
to the
the new.
football game to see us play. That's just keeping it 100.
That's true. The football team was like a byproduct. We just really could have just had the band playing.
Right, but it's just think that they're trying to shut this thing down. They're trying to shut this the school down. Um, I don't understand. It's something behind all of this. But yeah. What are some of the other schools around that area? Because the ones you said I read off, that was actually for the poll,
hmm
pretty much.
Polling
So,
locations.
okay.
So we don't know. We're not certain which schools are on the chopping block because it switches, it changes. This is a reign of terror, basically, that what's going on. They're terrorizing the community with information that seems like they're concerned about enrollment. When
Mm-hmm.
in fact, 10 years ago, when they started this school turnaround plan, it's a vicious plan where they shut down schools only on the black side of town. Black and
Mm-hmm.
brown children are
Mm-hmm.
suffering, saying that they were low performing, and they would force all of the teachers to have to rehire. So my mom was at a school that was shut down, Fane Elementary,
Mm-hmm.
and all of the teachers, the principals, everyone was not given a contract. Only one of six. My mom was one of six that
Mm-hmm.
received a contract. So now you have this school sitting there gutted, in the community, and teachers are afraid to even stay because the fear on the south side of town that they could lose their jobs. And so now we have empty buildings like Venetian Hills Elementary around the corner from my house. The reason teachers left my son's school, Continental Colony, it's just a mess. It's a mess.
Mm-hmm.
It's a failed experiment that
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta was trying to pretend that this was going to work, and it hasn't. And instead of letting corporate America run our schools, we need to give our power back to the educators that have been trained in this craft. Let them teach in traditional schools where they're able to be a part of a board. So if your school is ran by a corporate entity, that we have no say so as
Mm-hmm.
constituents. We
Mm-hmm.
have no votes. We have no way of uh sharing, like saying to them, we would like to see this school program there. Like, say for instance, if you want the IB program there, they
Mm-hmm.
can do whatever they want to because they have their own board. So now you're taking the power away from the people because we're not allowing our traditional schools that are not run by corporate to stay open and viable. So we need to revamp, re uh district the way that our children are put into these buildings that we actually run, and not the other way around. And so my biggest concern is that these traditional schools like Washington, they
Mm-hmm.
sit right downtown Atlanta,
Mm-hmm.
billion-dollar properties.
Right.
And our schools should not be for sale. So I've been saying it. I'm a mad mama bear. I'm never gonna stop. They messed with my child's class. I didn't even know what a school board could do. But when I
Mm-hmm.
learned how vicious it could be, that's
Mm-hmm.
when I said, okay, I can show you better than I can tell you. I put my name on the ballot. And
Mm-hmm.
this will be my third time with my name on the ballot. And I'm gonna win. And we're gonna find out what's going on. It's gonna stop. We're gonna
Exactly.
have a say so. We're not gonna just let this go.
So you pretty much, because that's going to be my next question. What actually motivated you to run for school board? So everybody know that she's running for school board. Vote for Patreese. Elect Patreese for 2025.com. You see that going through the bottom of the screen. That's what we're here for, because we need someone who's not afraid to state what need to be said. You know what I'm saying? Someone who grew up in the community, you know what I'm saying, and still grinding in this community and want to make a difference. So, what issues do you see most affecting our schools today, especially on the South Side? What issues do you see?
Well, Cliff, when we went to school, the same issues that we had, our schools still have. I mean, our community, we are working. Our parents have 2 and 3 jobs. Um, a lot of them are on the bus system where, they can't make it to every event. So in Buckhead, you'll have like affluent families that, the
Mm-hmm.
housewives or house husbands can come into the classroom and teach, help the teacher with sight words,
Mm,
or multiplication tables. Like they can go in and do flashcards. So they
right.
have like
Support.
while we're the working class, we're at work. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right, 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 right.
And let me just say, I was up early this morning, and
Mm-hmm.
now this late interview. Actually, we go to bed, Cliff. These this 10:30
Mm-hmm.
p.m. interview. I know that the superstars are up this time of night, but we go to sleep.
Right, right. Hey, but we have to be ready for tomorrow. Everybody gotta
Got to
come
be
out and
ready.
vote, man.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get it in however we gotta get it
And
in.
I appreciate it. I do
You know what I
appreciate it. But
mean?
I just wanted to put that plug in there because I know a lot of my educator friends are like, I'm going to take a nap and hopefully wake up to see the broadcast.
Don't matter because they're gonna put it on a replay. They can watch it in the morning.
There we
We're gonna
go.
take care of it. You know what I mean? But yeah. So I'm very first of all I want to say I'm proud of you for running, for trying to make a difference, and I'm with you. You know, I'm gonna get out tomorrow. I'm gonna get up early, even though I'm going to bed late. I'm gonna get out early, go vote before I go to work, and
Hmm.
then yeah,
Got to vote. Got to vote. And you
yeah,
have to vote for, integrity, because the people that are currently on the board for the seat that I'm running for, they
mhm,
were appointed to the board. And, you know, we don't need to have an appointed individual. We need someone who is picked by the people
right,
power. Um, and so, it's very frustrating to as a constituent, one, to have a appointed person sitting on the board and not even we've not heard from them.
mhm,
They've not done community events. They've not shared information, and now all of a sudden the schools have to be closed by December.
right,
That has plan is coming out in August. And so we have to reestablish and say we're going to put someone on the board who is actually a heartbeat of the people, like has the information coming from work, and
mhm,
actually with their ear to the ground, knowing this is something that the people want and not the other way around. It should
mhm,
not be a reign of terror going on when Atlanta public school system has a $1.7 billion budget, and we're saying we're going to only close schools on the south side. It's something wrong. It's something wrong.
mhm.
And I'm going to find out what it is.
Exactly. Hey, so look for those y'all. My last question for you, just to let the people know where you're currently employed, what type of work are you doing currently, and your college history before you go.
Yes. So I went to Morris Brown College,
Hmm.
graduated, and went on to Ohio State, where I got my master's in school counseling.
Hmm.
And that's what I've been doing for the past 23 years. I actually went back to school last year so I could get my education specialist. It took a full year. It was like going and learning to write again and
Mm-hmm.
be in class and everything is graded. I was stressed, but I made it through. So I got
Yeah,
a third degree from University of West Georgia just recently. But
yeah.
school is not easy. And so
All right.
but now 23 years as a school counselor, and as a school counselor, you're wearing the hat. You're not an administrator. You don't, it's not like you're there to tell teachers what to do or anything like that, but you're
Mm-hmm.
there to support all the entities, teachers, educators, parents, community, and the students. And so we have to find that balance as school counselors to make sure that everyone has their voice heard, and and then actually do something about it.
Right.
So activation has been a thing for me for over 23 years, and now it's time to do it for the community. Now, my son is in college now. He's a first year
All
college
right.
student.
Congratulations.
His mom will never stop fighting this fight because it happened to his classroom. And I had to, and let me, Cliff, here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
My baby was gonna go to Thurl High School because we were
Mm-hmm.
in the Thurl High School cluster. And I had gotten my brain wrapped around it. I was gonna be a Panther Pride. I was gonna get my little red and black outfit. But then they did this school turnaround plan. I had to take my baby out to school. I was like, are you serious? Right when I finally get to the point of accepting that this was there.
Except in the red and black.
Yes, from blue
Uh,
thunder, white lightning to red.
right,
I was
right,
like,
right.
oh my gosh, that was a
But
sore spot.
look, the reason why I wanted everybody to know that this is someone who is already doing the work, that knows the ins and outs, because she's already in the school system, and she's from this area, you know what I'm saying? And she's from this environment, you know what I mean? She grew up in this environment along with myself. So this is why you should vote for this person, because she want to make a difference. You know, she didn't forget where she came from. You know what I'm saying? She trying to do what's best for the community so the rest of these kids growing up can have an opportunity. So I want to thank you for stopping by. I'm sorry for having you up so late, but we're gonna make it happen.
People are texting me
For
and
sure.
saying they're watching me. So shout
Yeah,
out to my good friends that are up. Beth,
for
I just
sure.
got your text message. So they're watching us, Cliff. There are some people that are actually up.
For sure. For sure. It's 24 hours in a day. You got to make it happen. You know
Make
what
it
I'm
happen.
saying? But
Yes.
we're gonna make it happen tomorrow. And I want to thank you again for stopping by. And anytime you want to come on, it's your brother right here. I got you. All right.
Thank you, brother.
All right. That's gonna be it for this show. Y'all leave comments, like, subscribe. We'll see you on the next one. All right. Yeah. 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 Yeah.